So uh, today we are just going to start discussion on invariant law. What is invariant law? What is Lorentz invariant? And how we can discuss this whole thing. Let's try to go for one basic calculation. Then we will explore what we are doing and why we are doing it. And it's a mind-blowing thing, and it will also give you instinct of four vectors and how we can calculate four vectors and what should be the rule of four vectors. So we are going into a very different level of understanding the law of nature. So this discussion is a basic building block of four vector, and on to basis of this calculation we can move into relativistic electrodynamics, or we can move into relativistic quantum mechanics. That is the advanced part. We will not cover it in this session. We will cover it when your course will be finished. But yes, we will just try to see little bit of glimpse of invariance, and then next class we will just go for the Doppler effect. So that is the final part of the basic of special theory of relativity. Okay, so let's go for one basic calculation. Okay, let's try to see this calculation. This is very interesting. So we have c square t square minus r square. If I am writing r square, what is meaning of that? Meaning of that c square t square minus, I am just writing x square plus y square plus z square. Okay, so this is sorry,
दिख नहीं रहा अच्छे से, वीडियो क्वालिटी बहुत खराब.
okay, let me check. So other people have any issue?
Okay. No, okay.
No, okay. So what we have, c square t square minus x square plus y square plus z square. Let's try to do the Lorentz transformation, and we just want to write each and everything in dash form. So let's see what is going to happen. And look at this is a one particular form, and we just want to see how this form is going to transform when we are going to do this Lorentz transformation. So I can write c square is equal to, and c square, and this t square is equal to t dash plus v x dash whole square, and we have gamma square here. So I can put gamma is equal to nothing, 1 upon root under 1 minus v square. So for the simplicity of calculation, I can put it something like that. Hana? Okay. So you need not to tell each and everything. Okay. Mute yourself. Mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Okay. When I will ask, then you will tell. Okay. So this will be t dash plus vx dash square, and we have minus, and again we have gamma square, and this can be written as x dash plus, sorry, by c square also, by c square also. So this is very important. X dash plus v t dash whole square, and this y square is equal to nothing but y dash square and plus z dash square. So we can close this bracket, and if we are going to open all this thing, so I can take this gamma square as a common from here. So I have this gamma square, and this value is c square t dash square a square plus b square plus 2ab. So I can use this thing, plus we have v square x dash square, and this will be c to the power 4, and this c square will cancel it out. So this value is c square. Now next term is cross term. So cross term is 2 times t dash vx dash, and this c square, this square is cancel out. So 2 t dash vx dash. So this is the value of this particular combination. We can also open this thing. So when we are going to open this thing, then this will be minus gamma square, and this value is x dash square plus v square t dash square plus 2 times x dash v t dash. And what we have, we can keep it separate. So I can write this thing is a minus y dash square minus z dash square. Now, which term is going to cancel out? I think this cross term is going to cancel out, isn't it? This is negative sign. This is positive sign. These two things are same thing. So this is going to cancel out. What we are going to do, we will just collect the t dash part together and we will collect the x dash part together. Okay. And we have this gamma square. So we have gamma square and we have c square minus v square and we have t dash square, and same time if gamma square is there, so we can take minus sign common such that I can have, if I will take minus sign common, then this will be minus, this will be plus. So I can write gamma square x dash square 1 minus v square upon c square. Are you people comfortable up to this? Minus y dash square minus z dash square. So this is expression. What I am going to do, I am just taking c square common. So what I can write gamma square 1 minus v square upon c square, and this value is c square t dash square minus gamma square x dash square 1 minus v square upon c square minus y dash square minus z dash square. So what is meaning of that? Is that these two things will cancel out? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So this and this will cancel out, and same time this and this will cancel out. So what we have? We have a one very nice symmetry, and this thing is written as, can I write c square t dash square minus x dash square minus y dash square minus z dash square? Or you can write this thing as c square t square minus x square plus y square plus z square must be equal to c square t dash square minus x dash square plus y dash square plus z dash square. And now from here, we can claim that this particular quantity is going to invariant after Lorentz transformation. What is meaning of that? I have two frame. Let's say this frame is S, another frame is S dash. And if I am just calculating this whole thing, c square t square minus r square, this is a spatial part, this is a vector part, this is a scalar part. So we can divide this thing into a scalar and vector. So we have c square t square minus r square is equal to c square t dash square minus r dash square. So obviously this is something very important. And you can see one type of symmetries are there. This is one type of symmetry. We will discuss which kind of symmetry is there into the next class. But today, mathematically, we just try to see what are these quantity. Now, can you please tell me which thing is uniquely defined? They are not dependent on a frame of reference.
Speed of light.
Obviously, yes, a speed of light. And yes, yes. Just tell me. Dhruvi, what is that thing? proper time, proper length, isn't it? They all are uniquely defined. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
we can define this whole thing. So we can define this whole thing as,
सर एक सेकेंड
अच्छा अच्छा बताओ. हाँ
सर वो जो आपने बोर्ड में सबसे नीचे लास्ट स्टेप लिखा है उसमें
हाँ.
वो कैंसिल कैसे हुए?
ये दोनों
जी सर.
गामा स्क्वायर की वैल्यू क्या है? 1/1 माइनस वी स्क्वायर अपॉन सी स्क्वायर. इसका स्क्वायर लोगे तो ये दोनों कैंसिल हो जाएगा. नहीं?
ओके सर.
Now we can just have this particular observation from my mathematics that c square t square minus x square plus y square plus z square is equal to c square t dash square minus x dash square plus y dash square plus z dash square, and this thing is equivalent to c square t naught square because it is length, and this thing is invariant from any reference frame. The proper time is invariant from any reference frame, and we can have this symmetry. And now, can I claim if this has one, if we have this sort of symmetry, then it will follow the Lorentz transformation? Is that vice versa is also correct? Because we have proved this thing with the help of Lorentz transformation. And look at what is my Lorentz transformation. I can revise this thing. This is my S frame. This is my S dash frame. And S dash is moving with respect to S. And we have X is equal to X dash plus V T dash root under 1 minus V square C square. Y is equal to Y dash. Z is equal to Z dash. And T is equal to T dash plus V X dash upon C square root under 1 minus V square upon C square. Now, if it is true, I can write this Lorentz transformation, isn't it? And you can see this x, y, z is a spatial part, they are vector part, and time is the scalar part. Now, let's come to energy and momentum equation. So when we will come to the energy and momentum equation, now what we have? Look at this thing. We have E square is equal to P square C square plus M naught square C4. Are you people comfortable up to this? Now, what is M naught? What is M naught? Rest mass.
Rest mass.
Rest mass. And which is also not dependent on any frame, which is uniquely defined, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
This rest mass
sir.
is uniquely defined. And now we will just try to manipulate the thing. But before that, just tell me this E is a scalar part or vector part? The scalar
Scalar.
part. P is a scalar part or vector part?
P vector part.
And what is this? This P square is nothing but Px square plus Py square plus Pz square.
plus PZ.
Very
Yes, sir.
good, very good. Now look at this thing. This is very interesting, and this is one of my favorite topic. E square minus P square C square is equal to M naught square C4. Yes. Now I can divide it with C square on both sides. So what I have E square C square minus Px square plus Py square plus Pz square is equal to M naught square C square. And now I can multiply with c square. So this is c square e square upon c4 for the symmetry, just to getting this sort of symmetry, minus px square plus py square plus pz square must be equal to m naught c square. Now, can I write this whole thing as c square upon e upon c square minus px square plus py square plus pz square is equal to m naught square c4? Yes. Now, this is also invariant from any reference frame. M naught c square.
Yes.
Sorry, this is m naught c square, not 4. This is also invariant from any reference frame. Same as t naught square is invariant from any reference frame. So can we compare these two equations? So if this is invariant, should I write this thing as c square is equal to e dash square upon c square minus px dash square plus py dash square plus pz dash square minus, is equal to m naught square c square. Can I write this thing on the basis of this logic?
Yes.
Yes, we can write, because this thing is invariant. And look at this thing. This thing is time part, and this thing is this thing is a scalar part, and this thing is all about vector part. So can I claim if this equation is something equivalent to this equation?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can claim. Then it's a very beautiful thing that we can have also Lorentz transformation for energy and momentum.
सर जो सी का मल्टीप्लाई था वो पी वाली टर्म और साइड वाली टर्म में नहीं होगा?
क्या बोल रहे हो?
सर जो आपने थर्ड लास्ट टर्म लिखी है ना,
This one? This one?
e स्क्वायर, हाँ यस सर,
हाँ.
सी स्क्वायर ई स्क्वायर बाय c4, तो सर पूरी इक्वेशन में सी का मल्टीप्लाई होगा ना?
नहीं, कहां पर? यहाँ पर तो डिवाइड कर दिया, देन दिस सी स्क्वायर विल गो,
डिवाइड कर दिया,
और यहाँ पर
Yes,
जस्ट
sir.
इसको इस तरह से लिखा ना, सी स्क्वायर टी स्क्वायर के फॉर्म में लिखने के लिए. सो आई हैव डिवाइड विद सी स्क्वायर, मल्टीप्लाई विद सी स्क्वायर.
अच्छा ठीक ठीक,
ओके.
ठीक है।
Now can I claim that I can replace t to e by c square, px to px dash, x to px, y to py, z to pz? Can I replace this thing with the same logic? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can replace it. Now, if we can replace it, then we have Lorentz transformation of energy and momentum. And let's see what will be this particular Lorentz transformation between energy and momentum. So let's try to do this thing. So are you people comfortable for this calculation? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So, as we have this as a Lorentz transformation between x and t, you can have, similarly, we have Lorentz transformation as px is equal to px dash plus v, and what I will put for t dash? We have to put for t dash as e dash upon c square, isn't it? Because we have this relationship, e upon c square whole square c square minus mod p square is equal to m naught square c square. So this is something like t. Look at here. This is something like t. And we have root under 1 minus v square upon c square. Obviously, there is not any change into y direction. So py is equal to py dash, and we have pz is equal to pz dash. And for the time, what I can replace? I can replace E by c square is equal to E dash upon c square plus v x dash will replace by px dash by c square, and we have root under 1 minus v square upon c square. So what will happen? This c square can be cancelled out, and this can be written as E is equal to E dash plus v px dash upon c square root under 1 minus v square upon c square. So you can see we have, this is something like inverse Lorentz transformation. You can write for the Lorentz transformation something like we can change px dash is equal to px, and this v will change to minus v, and this will be E upon c square and 1 minus v square upon c square, and this thing will be going to change as E is equal to E dash is equal to E minus v. Sorry, this will be also cancel out. This will be also cancel out. So v px upon root under 1 minus v square upon c square. So you have this relationship, and this is one of the very interesting relationship, and it will open a new world to discuss and analyze the system into a relativistic region, and it will open the analysis of relativistic electrodynamics as well as different things. So we can have n number of different invariant things. Here we have just talked about time and position, energy and momentum, which is very basic thing. But when we will go for the advanced part, then you will see that there is something like charge and current density. We have also Lorentz transformation for charge and current density, electric field and magnetic field, all these things, and that will open the area of relativistic electrodynamics. But we will use this concept here, है ना? इस concept को use करेंगे, and then we will try to derive the Doppler effect for the light in the next class. आज आपकी क्लास में छुट्टी रहने देता हूं, but it's a very important that we can do some exercise used onto this particular transformation between energy and
Lorentz
momentum.
transformation of
Energy and momentum. So I think
Yes,
you
sir.
can digest this thing. This is very interesting. You can think this is very
Yes, sir.
interesting and mind blowing. Okay. So we can see the
Yes.
different type of symmetry, and whenever we have see this sort of symmetry, we can write Lorentz transformation for that thing, isn't it? Yes, we can have. Okay, and
Sir.
lot of intuitions are there. Yes, bolo.
सर स्टार्टिंग में आप वो कुछ 4 वेक्टर से रिलेटेड कुछ कह रहे थे,
Exactly.
वो actually
That will open
समझ नहीं पाए।
the concept of 4 vector and
4
Minkowski
vectors.
space. Yes. Now we can
Yes.
define our whole space with a 4 vector. Yes. We will discuss this thing into next classes. Okay. So
Okay,
these
sir.
2 and 3 classes, mainly 2 classes are very important for
Important.
little bit of advanced calculation and this thing. Okay.
Yes.
So if you want to ask anything, you can just ask right now.